I have not finished eating my spaghetti. It's not actually spaghetti, it's pasta. All spaghetti is pasta, but not all pasta is spaghetti. Is it illegal to eat pasta at 9 AM? Could be. Is it illegal to say it's too hot in Australia? It is winter. It's cold. The rare thing happened yesterday. I wore a jacket outside. And because it's so rare for me to wear a jacket outside, I left it at Kingpin, the bowling place. It was a jacket given to me by CD Projekt Red, who made Cyberpunk. It was a good jumper. Can I go back and get it? I probably can. Will I? I don't know. I should not be eating this much. I ate way too much last night. We were out late with Pelly and Anna, and we ate like everywhere. We ended up going to bowling, and for the first time like ever, I didn't get a single strike. And I got a 113, which is like my worst score in a million years. Pelly is G for Jeff, but he didn't end up even playing because he had injured his shoulder or whatever. So this was like Anna and Aitana bowling for him, and they beat themselves. Jeff. His name is Jeff. To be fair to me, the balls it's like as they went up in weight, finger holes got different sized. And so I would probably want like a 12 kilo ball, or a ball that has 12 on it. But I can only do a 10 because the 12 had the wrong finger holes. And even 10 wasn't perfect for me. But I haven't played bowling consistently in a long time. For those who don't know, I used to like bowl in a league when I was younger. My average was like 163. I didn't spin ball. I just bowled straight. So there's only so far you can get bowling straight. It was fun though. Then we played darts, and Aitana won every single game. I don't know why she is so good at darts. I got better. Like now that I've played like 15 games of darts with her, I'm now at least I've kind of figured out how to actually throw with some aiming. For those who don't know, you might not have seen it. Like darts these days, they have like a dartboard, but then like a electronic visual thing over the top of it that makes it into mini games. So like there's a projector on it, and where the dart lands, it registers something with the computer, and then on the screen it like registers what you've done. Each of us had a particular slice, and you had to throw a dart in it, and once you got your dart in there 3 times, you became a killer, and that enabled you to throw your dart in other people's slices, and if you and that caused them to lose lives, right? So you had to like build up your lives so that you could take the lives of the people. And there was another one where it was like only a part of the board didn't matter if you throw your darts at, and each slice that you hit that rotated like around would do something different. Like it would stop the thing from rotating, or it would give you more life, or it would speed it back the other way for the next person. And so it has all these mini games, right? It's interesting how that's just like the darts has been modernized and made interesting for in an arcadey kind of way. And so you can see there's like a projector around it. It looks a lot better in real life. This was the final score, was it? Can't be. I think Aitana got more points than this, but no, this would be the beginning. There's pictures of us and playing darts. So this is the GOAT mediocre newbie for how close you are to the dartboard. There's everyone. It's me. My thumbs up, yeah. With my spicy margarita, which is what I get basically everywhere I go. It's us, slightly more blurry. Yeah, seems like a good projector.
This is how Matt loses. No!
No! I got second. Second's still pretty good. I don't really get second. No. She recorded that specifically because I got squished by this thing. Just bleh. Mad eliminated. But yeah, so like you can see this thing like it's like moving. It's like a moving target around the dartboard. And so each of these just does like a different effect when you hit them. It's pretty cool. I've already shown that I got your one in a melon. Everyone else got one too. You're very cool. You're very sweet. I know what this one is. It's not shown. Damn it, Pelly. Probably something to plums. I'm grateful. Okay. And so this is like a demolition thing that we did.
Thank you for playing. Don't forget your ticket.
So, what did you boys think?
It was a really great take on demolition. Taking something so serious and putting it into a fun game.
Matt, what did you think?
It was wonderful. Greatest game I've ever played. 10 out of 10. We weird people. And then of course there's an arcade as well. Like back when I was young, I'm still young. back when I was a kid. Bowling alleys were just bowling alleys. Because this place was called Kingpin, so it's just gonna be a bowling alley. But now, every bowling alley I've seen over the last decade or something is always like a quarter bowling alley, a quarter laser tag, a quarter like eatery bar darts, and then a quarter arcade. Like all four of those businesses that were kind of struggling a bit by themselves have combined together to survive long term, right? Tana super bamboozled me. We were at this restaurant and she's like, we went here on our third date. I'm like, no, we didn't. And she's like, yeah, we did, 100% we did. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm usually slow to remember particulars of like date number, blah, blah, blah. And when she's mentioned something, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now. But it turns out the restaurant we were in was just like the sister restaurant. So like, it was the same design and same food or whatever, but technically in a different location. So I'm like, well, that's not the fucking same restaurant. It's been nice having Pelly here though. Unfortunately, Aitana has gone to the Gold Coast because she's emceeing a bunch of events. Aitana isn't MC, she's a motorcycle club. I'm getting married to a motorcycle club. There was a bit of a mix-up in terms of like the dates that they were gonna be here, and so originally it was gonna be like Sunday to Tuesday, but then it ended up being Monday to Wednesday. And so now I have to entertain Pelly and Anna, and we're gonna do like next to nothing. How do I feel being a host? Well, Aitana's mainly doing it, so yeah, we just chat and stuff. It's nice. Aitana wants us to go gorilla trekking, going out into like the actual wilderness with gorillas.
It's actually even. It's actually even crazier than that. So the only way to see gorillas, because they're like so extinct and rare, is there's no like formal tour. You just go with a guide. You trek into the jungle off a path. You just walk into the jungle on a quest for gorillas. But don't worry, you've got a guide with a couple of tranquilizer darts. So hopefully he hits his shots, I guess.
She's saying we're going to be doing this after telling us stories about how she almost died to an elephant, like, multiple times. Yeah, people die to elephants sometimes, like a dozen or two. Don't worry about it every year. So this is us, obviously. And look at putting my thumb up here, squeezing into the frame. It is hard to do a selfie with 4 people, as it turns out. So Vivid has a bunch of installations, and this is like mirrors and lights and stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff, but each year Vivid is wildly different in terms of how good it is and how much stuff there is. The first year I went was a very controversial year because they had multiple installations where you had to pay money. I'm talking like not an insignificant amount of money. Like you'd have to pay like $50 to go into one of these installations, which would be like an entire forest of lights and stuff. But people complained, and so now it's mainly free stuff. So it's free stuff is still cool, but it's not as good usually. And so this is like a whole little dome thing and like music and stuff, and this is so funny. There was another one of this where it was just me and Pelly and him doing this face, and Aitana was like in the background like, ah. But it blurred because it was dark out, and so it was completely not worth salvaging. It was like, oh. And so this was like a food truck thing where we were playing Tetris, and it's not standard Tetris. Like you can see here immediately that the shapes are not standard. Like it's an X, it's like this, and this isn't like a 4 straight. This is like an L. And I ended up winning, but I got like 630 points. We sat there for like 40 minutes watching people play, figuring out how to play, and then when I played, I got wrecked. And the reason I got wrecked is because there's no programming that accommodates for getting the same thing in a row. So I got like 5 of these in a row. And it was like this weird point where I needed like 3 apples to get like 3 in a row, like multiple times. It just would never give it to me. I just kept getting this. I wish they recorded the game. I got so unlucky, it was crazy. But some people would get up there and get like only 100 points because they both just sucked and they get wrecked on the luck. But there was this time we were there though, where a mother and daughter went up there. So, you know, mom went like 40 or something, and the daughter who was like 7. And this 7-year-old fucking crushes it. Usually after people finish up, people have a polite clap. But this girl, everyone's like, oh my God, yeah! And she gets like, I know, like 2,500. And the high score of all time had been like 3,600. And so she got like 5th. And she was on the top 10 leaderboard, and she was 7. It was wild.
How'd the run on the green on the day, I guess?
I'm happy to have won. That's all I care about. Good playing.
I will never admit that he won. Again.
Right, and so there was one story that it kind of reminded me of. So we got into an Uber, the four of us, and we started talking as we do, about YouTube and social media and stuff. And we, discussing it in a way that obviously represented that, we do it for a job. And so the Uber driver cuts in and he's like, oh, so what do you guys do? And like, I have a hard time just like lying to people. And so, but Pelly is just like, he says to him like, oh, we do a podcast. It's called The Two Shirtless Guys. And I'm like, no, he's joking. Don't worry about it. But Pelly then just talks to this guy for like 10 minutes about this entirely fictional podcast that we both do called The Two Shirtless Guys. Where he's like, so our gimmick is that we both don't wear shirts, and we got sponsors like from Levi's and and the Uber guys like Manscaped. He's like, oh yeah, and Manscaped, and he just goes on, and I'm like, this just shows how much funnier Pelly is than me. Like, he just bullshits this man for 10 minutes. He pulls him into this web of this fictional podcast, and I'm sitting there like, I can't even contribute because I'm just like, we're lying to this guy. Like, obviously it's a joke. Like, he's just such a funny man. Like, if there's one person in this world I think is funnier than me, it is definitely Pelly. But it was just hilarious to think back on. I can't believe I didn't mention that to you. The Two Shirtless Guys podcast. Link, please. Fake podcast for mines. Because the dude did ask for like the name of the channel and stuff. It's so funny. Yeah, it's why Pelly could always do roleplay, yeah. He's just great at jumping into some random role. So for those who don't know, I have a website. It's called DarkViperAU. And look, it's my character in place of where Franklin normally is. But yes, it's got my social media here, but I should probably update this because some of these are out of date. But regardless, the thing that I'm updating most right now is products I use. So if you've ever wanted to know, like, I know what computer tech stuff I use, here, and then links to them here as well. Then it's bring up a bunch of places that you can buy it, basically. My in real life streaming stuff, my consoles, my furniture, all this is being added to, right? Because I did this like 6 months ago and some of these things have changed. For example, I got a new iron. Because this one, there was newer versions of this that got recalled or something, and we got an email, so we were just like, hey, yeah, give us the money back and we'll get another one or something. Anyway, kitchen stuff and supplements and health and travel and board games and entertainment. There's gonna be audiobooks here as well. My entire list of audiobooks that I have gotten now and books that I read when I was younger as well. So if you want to know the stuff that I use, what this microphone stand is, what this mic is, what this camera is, all this stuff, home stuff, electronics, all of this now there, which you can go to darkviper.au. And it also has, my content, where my content is and stuff. And you can join my crew. This is where you apply here and stuff. Only for PC players as well. And what's this last thing? It's my game subs tier list, or list of all the games that I've played, the art contests that I've done. And is there a link to my merch store up here? Probably need a link to the merch store, really. I'll add that later. So yeah, feel free to check that stuff out if you're interested. Who made the site? It was Canna. It is my soon-to-be mother-in-law's birthday, so I won't have a very long stream today. And I didn't sleep much. What's my actual number of time slept? I slept 4 hours and 34 minutes. Surprisingly, I got more REM sleep than 2 days ago. 1 hour and 5 minutes. And so last night I got 1 hour and 36 minutes. And so I feel better. I still feel a little bit tired, but I feel better than I did yesterday. I'm not sure why it took me so long to get sleep, but it may in part be because I was up to a very good part in my book. I don't want to spoil it because it's a book series I recommend. It's called He Who Fights with Monsters by Heath Miller. No, that's performed by Heath Miller because I'm listening to the audiobook. It's by Shirtaloon, aka Travis Devalier. That's actually what it says in the thing. It's crazy. I don't want to spoil it, but the premise of the book, what happens at the beginning is the guy gets sent to another world with magic. So he's from our world, but he gets sent there. And in this, which is what the fourth book, he gets information about what is happening in his home world. And he talks to this guy, and he's a Maori from New Zealand. And he's like, the Maori's like, oh, Brew, oh no, you've been away this long. It means you've missed out on Game of Thrones season 8. And I'm like, Game of Thrones season 8 sucks in our world. And so the main character's like, oh, was it good, was it? And Mario's like, oh yeah, it was great, everyone loved it. And I'm like, oh, he must be joking. And Mario's like, oh, and then like all 13 episodes were like amazing. It really capped off the series. And so the main guy's like, what I remember is that we're gonna make 6 episodes. And then Mario's like, oh no, all the scripts leaked online and everyone got very mad, especially because of how much they rushed the previous 2 seasons. So they rewrote all the scripts and then released 13 full episodes, and everyone loved them. And I was like, this person is me. The person who wrote this is me. Like, the singular aspect of Earth that they changed for their fictional story that has no bearing on the actual story was that Game of Thrones Season 8 was actually good. How funny is that? How do you guys not find that funny? It's just very amusing, the series. Because as I've explained before, the series is about a guy from Melbourne, Australia, who apparently lived a somewhat similar life to myself. I mean, I studied psychology in Melbourne. The character studied political science in Melbourne. They will make references to internet culture that I experienced when I was younger. And I find all this very amusing. And the character is as well very amusing. But just hearing characters walk up to each other and be like, oh, g'day, mate, is just sick. Maybe one of my favorite series I've ever listened to. And it's also extraordinarily well written, right? It's one of the highest rated lit RPGs. Oh. You can get me on Akinator so quickly these days. Wait, you think it would take 23 questions for Akinator to get me? No way. I wonder if Akinator makes any money. Oh, there's ads. It must make money. There's apps. It's so much higher quality than it used to be.
Select the next game thematic.
Characters?
Is your character real?
Yes. Characters real.
Is your character a female?
No.
Is your character a YouTuber?
Yes. It's already on YouTuber.
Is your character American?
American, no.
Is your character Indian?
Indian, no.
Is your character British?
British, no.
Does your character have a gaming channel?
Gaming channel, yes.
Does your character play Roblox?
Roblox, no.
Is your character Muslim?
Muslim, no.
Is your character known for Minecraft gaming?
Minecraft gaming, no.
Does your character live in Australia?
Australia, yes.
Did your character gain popularity from Fortnite?
Fortnite, no.
Does your character have a beard?
Yes, has a beard.
Is your character part of a group?
Part of a group, no.
Does your character play Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto, yes.
Is your character associated with glitching?
With glitching, yes.
Does your character play Grand Theft Auto 5?
Grand Theft Auto 5, yes. That was an unnecessary question. There it is. What was that, 18? Submitted by Arson. That's a great picture of me, Arson. Thank you. Yeah. That wasn't 20, it was 17. It could have been 16. Why Grand Theft Auto and then Grand Theft Auto 5? What if no? What if I say no? He's like, surprised? Let's see what the next guess is.
Is your character naturally blonde?
Naturally blonde? Don't know.
Is your character a prankster?
Don't know.
Does your character age often?
Don't know.
Does your character have blonde hair?
Don't know.
Does your character play VR chat?
I say probably. Let's go probably.
Does your character hide their face?
Hides feet, probably.
Is your character known for trolling?
Would I ever guess if I keep saying probably?
Does your character's father play for the Brisbane Broncos? Is your character from a preschool game?
Let's go yes for one.
Is your character from a video game opening?
Unknown Richard Jez Hamster. What? This is exactly what I was thinking of, whoa. Hi! Getting to the end of a Viper Rambles episode proves that you like me and my work far more than the average person. Given that, it's possible that you might find value in becoming a YouTube member. Members get early access to all my videos, including Rambles, as well as access to my growing library of re-uploaded deleted videos, 5% off my merch, and the ability to leave comments and feedback before public release, which is incredibly helpful for me and my team. You also get a cute badge next to your name, so I can easily identify you in my comment section and live stream chats, and you can also use all my cute emotes everywhere on the channel. Lastly, after 3 months of being a member, you can submit on my Discord to join my GTA Online crew. Thanks for the consideration, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you enjoy future ones as well.